So hope you all find the activity conducted by our member very interesting. Oh yes.
He's still in that animal phase.
See, my team first introduced the game to you. So we set some rules for you, and then he actually conducted the game. Now she will be debriefing it.
Okay, let me start again asking that how many of you actually participated in the game? All. Almost all, everybody? Okay, only madam was not there. And how did you feel? Did you like the game? Yes. Very much. Okay, now if you like the game, let's have sharing that what did you feel? What did you feel in the sense while playing? What was your emotions?
We felt active,
Active, energetic,
unfair.
I felt very focused.
That's why you won.
That's why you.
That's why you won.
I was trying not to speak.
We only wanted to concentrate on his voice.
Yeah, I know.
He said to even only listen to him, but his actions were different. So we had to just listen to him carefully.
Yes. Yeah,
The dancing animal.
I was more focused on the enjoyment part rather than following the instructions, although I did manage to end up, last three, but still, I was more focused on the enjoyment part, so I think amazing. Okay, so there were different things people were trying to connect to, and they were having their own ways of keeping focused themselves. And now, with your emotions, with your these feelings, want to know where you can utilize this, where you can use in your trainings. The entire time I was thinking about this only with all my kids. This is really with kids and for enhancing which aspect?
Listening skills.
Listening skills, yes. Concentration, focus, right?
Energizer, post-launch energizer,
As usually.
communications.
Communication skills.
Body language become part of the group.
Body language. Body language.
How many of y'all laughed the heart out of yourself? Everybody? So it could be used for that particular purpose.
Yeah,
When there is a
post-launch.
boredom set in, yeah, yeah, the boredom is set in suddenly, and you I asked one question to Nancy ma'am. थोड़ा सा silence हो गया था. Just to gesture, make a jovial atmosphere. One question was put in. You can have that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said. Energizer would be fabulous.
Did you all notice that visually he was doing something else and verbally he was instructing something? So visual overpower takes our auditory abilities. Have you noticed that?
Yes, yes.
Yes, please.
When you were conducting it, all of us were looking at you. And despite what you're doing, we were getting confused. So what kept your concentration? When you also had to focus. How you did not. Very good question.
Not practice.
Seeing everybody doing different things.
Okay.
What kept your concentration?
If Ganesh is speaking out here, yeah, and he is focused, he knows what he's saying, unless he has pre-run the whole exercise himself. मराठी में कहते हैं कि एक चांगला वक्ता means एक अच्छा speaker will practice himself again and again, so be it in front of a mirror, so be it elsewhere, and he will go for small functions and do those things again and again, up to the time, like I am stopping here, fumbling forwards, yeah, up to the time he doesn't do that. That is one quality of a good speaker. Unless I have not focused myself on what I expect from you, I wouldn't be standing up there. I would be standing on the ground and trying to do something. Yeah. If I was standing there, yeah. people who's doing mistakes. Yes, madam, आइए बाहर आइए. The actions will continue, but predetermined thoughts or
Multitasking. Actually, you were focusing on so many things. You were focusing on talking, action, and also looking at
Catching people.
Catching people, yes.
Yes.
I want to just add to Captain Suraj's the practice thing. There's a quote which says that, don't practice until you get it right. Practice till you can't get it wrong. So that is where this focus comes.
thank you. That adds to my house. Till you don't get it wrong.
Till you can't get it wrong.
Very good.
So our effort was, first thing is that whenever we are including activity in the training program, first thing is that we have to set some ground rules. We have to brief participants what we are going to do about, actually conduct the activity, and then help them to analyze what we did and what is the outcome of it, what could be the takeaway from it. Any questions?
But I would like to add one more note is, since we are conducting this activity, the trainer and facilitator needs to be in control so that the entire activity shouldn't go haywire. It can have different aspects or meanings to that activity. However, what you have to drive as a trainer, as a facilitator, you need to drive that only. It shouldn't go out of focus. That's one point I would like to add.
I just like to take on what you said. Many a times we as facilitators, sometimes because of the paucity of time and because of last minute instructions from clients, include certain activities. For us to introduce any activity into any one of our trainings, we should be so thoroughly prepared that even our instructions should follow toto. There cannot be a fumble in instructions, because the moment participants ask questions, that means you have not done your work.
Yeah.
You have to be, even the sentences should be framed in such a manner, and a go through with your team members or whatever it is, so that you anticipate what ifs for that activity. I mean, I have fallen flat with a couple of activities. It's a personal experience.
Thank you for adding that. Any more? Any questions for us? Feedback?
Why am I asked to give feedback when you guys can give feedback?
Yeah, please share.
It was done very well. See, in activity there are 3 stages to it. One is briefing, conducting an activity, and debriefing. Okay, so all the stages were covered well. You told exactly what needs to be done, what the activity is all about. You did a trial. Couple of things that probably within you need to have before you start an activity. There are multiple facilitators have defined roles. That okay, Captain Suraj will do the activity. Neha would, be the umpire, referee at the back, so that everybody knows what exactly needs to be done. The formation, probably when you do an activity, try and have a semicircle, so that everybody is able to see what's happening. Now here you have the luxury of having 5 facilitators. Okay, probably you are doing an activity yourself, or you don't have anybody else. So always a semicircle is a good thing to do it. After you've done your, you have briefed your class, and I kind of agree to what you say, but there could be always questions. So you prompt those questions. Okay, you can ask, okay, what question? Don't. There is a way of saying it, and one of my training managers to say it. Don't say any questions. Rather, a better way. What questions do you have? And then people will have certain doubts, they'll have some queries, and they can come up with it. Again, to make the activity a little more interesting, okay, keep surprises. You don't open your basket at one go and say this is what we're doing. So keep surprises. If you're doing more than one round, you can increase the level of difficulties. Okay. So I think what you did later on, you went a little faster. So if it's a more integrated activity, you can actually increase the level of difficulty. So people start enjoying it. What happens is after a point of time, people get conditioned to it, and then they'll start performing well. So that objective of beating people out won't happen. Debriefing was done well by Jyotsna. She did the debriefing well. She asked, okay, what did you feel? How was the feeling? What did you learn? And then ultimately you summarize. I think the objective of this activity was visual. Visual communication is more powerful than auditory, and so you did that. So I think it was well executed. I think here they did a good amount of practice. In fact, that involved me also. You also be there. So I think that kind of helped them. Okay, role plays next.
Hope we are there.
Yes.
Screen.